Round 14. The championship almost decided. Aiden Norman starting 8th as we bring the 14th of 16 rounds to the Talladega Superspeedway. I'm Rick James, here to bring you uninterrupted green flag coverage of one of the most exciting rounds of the season. The pride of Rockwall, Texas, Donald Ray in the number 5 Chevrolet Impala starts to the inside of one of those Bluegrass Bandits, one Briley Wright in the 2-9 Reese's Chevrolet. 21 drivers have decided to take on the challenge of this 14th round of action. Thursday Night Thunder is about to go green. Wright and Ray on this front row. Noah Belleville, the rookie, the part-time driver, starting in 3rd in that number 41 Chevrolet. Thomas Andrews on the outside as the pace car peels off. Defending champion Aiden Norman in the number 62 Ricky Pavi car, getting ready to try and defend his title. The green flag will come out, and we will be racing at Talladega.
Green, 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 green.
The 18 of Josh Garrison spins immediately. Riley Wright leads the first lap of racing. Thomas Andrews in that number 2, right behind that 2-9 Reese's Chevrolet. Donald Ray in the number 5 gaining steam on the inside, while Noah Belleville in that number 41 Impala sits behind the 5 of Donald Ray. Jacket, what they used to call it, racing on the Xbox days. In that number 2-4, 3rd in line on the top side, Orlando, Florida's Ricardo Catania. And then, as we mentioned, defending champion Aiden Norman in that number 6-2 Me Dodge. Reese Bobby's car, to be exact, from Talladega Nights. Just taking his time. We'll have to see what the math says after this race, but Aiden Norman could potentially clinch his 2nd championship. He would be the first driver in 6 seasons of Thursday Night Thunder to win back-to-back titles, and he would only be the 2nd champion, joining double champion Tom Sears. Second guy to win 2 titles. Kind of a lonely club for Sears. We'll see what's going to happen 3 races from now, but we still have all of Talladega to go. Seth Wansing went purple last time around, 49.22 seconds. This time around, it's Matt Kent, the pitcher in the Taiwanese League, racing the number 31 Oreo Chevrolet. Tommy Withers now moving to the inside in the number 6 Winn-Dixie Ford. Let's go on board with the Virginian. Still Ray at the front, and if you've just tuned in, you have not missed a thing. Donald Ray on the inside of Briley Wright. Thomas Andrews in that number 2 MGD Chevrolet, the Season 4 champion, second in line behind one of those Bluegrass Bandits. Looking at another one of those world-famous Bandits, you've got Cody Riggs in the number 3. And if I remember correctly, this one is a throwback to one of the local racers from Kentucky, where Cody Briley and Toby Estes is also from, the third of those Bluegrass Bandits from Greensburg, Kentucky. We'll see if they end up drafting together. You can see cars sort of out of position, trying to jostle around and find where they're going to fit in best. Jimmy Kerr in that number 7-5 Holler Boys Chevrolet now comes up behind Ryan Pinnell in the number 2, the local flavor. Last time, Thursday Night Thunder raced at Talladega before a week's break. This man here was the driver from Burnt Corn, Alabama, some distance from Birmingham. Ryan Pinnell, third in line on the inside, trying to win one. And then Noah Belleville comes into this race not even on the points top 20, if I'm reading this correctly. I think the last start Belleville made was Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. And he sits 24th in the points right now with one win this season, an average start of second, and an average finish of second as well. Belleville pushing Donald Ray at the front. Ray leads so far. Belleville sitting second in line. This is the look from the rear quarter panel of that number 5 Chevrolet. The top 17 cars within 1.4 seconds. The top 9 cars less than a second away from each other. The top 9 now 3/10 away from the leader. This is what it's going to be like all race long. Bahamian Elridge George with the Pillsbury Doughboy on his machine, rocking that Betty Crocker Dodge. Gotta love that. Do you think the Pillsbury Doughboy is still going to be smiling if that 40 gets in a wreck? 9 laps underway. Donald Ray still leading, but now we've got 2 challengers on the outside. How about defending champion Aiden Norman in the Reese Bobby Dodge? He's getting pushed by Toby Estes into the third corner on the top line. 3 by 3, 3 rows deep. Those 9 cars locked together. Tristan Catania in that 48 Ally Chevrolet. Take your pick. He picks the middle. Now 4 cars in that middle lane. 1 car at the front. That looks to be Josh Garrison in the number 18. And it was Garrison crashing immediately on the first lap. He didn't even take the green flag, and he went around. Let's see what happened to the 18. This is on the start of the race. Josh Garrison. Oh, Dustin Painter had something to do with it. Have another look. On the green flag there. Let's go on board with Painter. Oof. A little bit of miscommunication on the start. So Josh Garrison goes a lap down. He is the only car 1 lap down. So if a caution does come out, Garrison will get his lap back. Briley Wright, new leader, but for how long? Not long at all. Donald Ray in the number 5 Chevy. Now to the inside of the 41 of Noah Belleville, second in line, being pushed by the local from Burnt Corn, Alabama, Ryan Pinnell. His cousin Cody and multiple Thursday Night Thunder winner in this backpack, just kind of hanging, waiting for something to happen. And then you've got Seth Wanting in the number 9 Coors machine. The pride of Kansas City, just waiting for some action to happen at the front. Donald Ray chooses to lead, 2 tires under the yellow line. It looks like that 5 car's just yawed out a little bit. Ryan Pennell seeking that fresh air behind the 4-1 of Noah Belleville. It's a drag race between the Texan Ray and the Kentucky driver right at the front. Briley, the Daytona winner this season, winning in the craziest fashion I've ever seen. It looked much like this coming to the white flag. So the white flag is out, 1 lap to go. Briley leads the pack into turn 1. Everybody from second on back gets caught up in the biggest crash of the race. Briley has no competition to the finish line, and he ends up winning. Looking to go for his second victory this season. The Kentucky driver sits 7th in the point standings, only 3 markers behind Ryan Pennell. Tom Sears, the Season 4 champion, who's not in tonight's race. You can see he's only 13 points ahead of Briley Wright. Briley could do some leapfrogging here. Dustin Painter, he sits just 10 points behind Jeff Noe, who's currently running in the 19th position behind Dustin Painter. These guys have a little threesome of their own. Noe in the middle, Painter up top, and then on the bottom it's Patrick Allen in the number 45 Chevy. Noah Belleville now looking to the outside. He gets around Briley Wright. Brave move in the tri-oval. Now it's Ryan Pennell, second in line as Ricardo Catania comes steaming up the outside. Briley Wright looks to get a little too friendly with the left-hand side. He's got to cool down just a bit, and you can see they're starting to get just a bit spicier. Top side is favored right now. Richie Catania getting a big push from the 6-2 of Norman. The 8 car, Toby Estes on the top side. Jake Baker saying, I need to join this lead to get more screen time from you. Baker, glad to have you here, buddy. And yeah, you know what? Come on down to one of these TNT tryouts. We'll see what you got, and we'll see if you got what it takes. Jake Baker from ENEA. Shout out to all the boys over there at ENEA. Monday nights, right here, Rick James TV. Thomas Andrews on the inside, taking the lead this Thursday night. And I'm glad you're here, watching Thursday Night Thunder here on Rick James TV. It's been a good show so far. Caution-free, 17 laps into this 75-lap event. Round 14 of 16 next week is the Thursday Night Thunder semifinal, where Aiden Norman could very well clinch the title. But until then, he's got to survive this race. And I said next week. That is not right. Watkins Glen will be 2 weeks from now. Next week, Thursday Night Thunder will be on a break. The Alliance Racing Championship Series will be taking its corporate event this year in Myrtle Beach, the same weekend as the Darlington race. So we're all going to meet up there and have our yearly little trip. That's going to be a good time. If you're going to be in Darlington for the Cup race next week, do shout out Rick James TV, Thursday Night Thunder, and ARCS Racing on Twitter. Let us know where you are. Thomas Andrews still leads, but Briley Wright is close to his side, and then Kentucky driver Tristan Catania in that 48 Ally Chevrolet. Almost the second engine behind the 2.9. Drivers must be careful not to bump draft in the corners. A couple Mondays ago, you saw it in ENEA. Those were the next-gen cars. Those cars can take a little more bump drafting than these loose things. You can see him starting to jostle left and right. Richie Catania either looking for clean air or trying to draft with Aiden Norman. Couldn't tell you the last time I saw Richie Catania win a race. Imagine if the Floridian ends up getting the dub. Right now, Thomas Andrews is alone at the front. Haven't been able to say that in a very, very long time. The Season 4 champion hasn't won a race since Rockingham Season 4. No, that's not true. He won Atlanta Season 4. I'm a liar. Sorry, Tommy. Oh, look at Noah Belleville now looking to the inside. Don't know what he's going to find down there, but a loose race car. Nope, Thomas Andrews, he won the season opener at Rockingham, and I'm pretty sure Nope, he didn't win in Atlanta. He ended up being the season champion at Atlanta. I'm wrong again. He only won at Rockingham. I think that's the last time Thomas Andrews won a TNT race, was season 4 Rockingham. Ignore my rambling. I think I know what I'm talking about, kind of. Andrews leads. Belleville just pushing him to the undisputed lead so far, and now Tristan Catania leads the top line. Donald Ray tries to go to the top side. Catania might have got in the wall. He looks like he's all right. Tristan's older brother, Richie, in the number 2-4 DuPont Chevrolet, now behind one of those Bluegrass Bandits, the number 8 of Toby Estes. With Cody Riggs to his inside in that number 3. Cody now behind Briley Wright in that 2.9. If those three get linked together, I don't know what's going to happen. It may be pretty, it might not, but you're definitely going to want to watch it. Aiden Norman, defending champion. Now behind all of this pack, Seth Watson to his inside. Seth Watson winning at Iowa this season. I think he's got one other win looking at those Swag Designs points. Seth with that Iowa win this season, an average finish of 5th. But I think at a race like this, it just really depends on luck. It really does. Jake Baker says these guys can run. Jake, let me tell you, obviously I'm biased. I've been with Thursday Night Thunder since day one, but they with these ARCA cars, the boys at TNT do pride themselves very much on clean racing. It's one thing that, aside from the creativity and the paint schemes and the nostalgia kick, it's one of the things that really makes me proud of Thursday Night Thunder is how clean they can run. I mean, there's actually going caution free in Thursday Night Thunder used to be, wow, what a thing, but we'll see about 4 or 5 times in a season out of a 16 race season where TNT will continue to go green. TNT's got the juice, Jake, let me tell you. Donald Ray now in that middle line. Briley Wright in the 2.9 behind him. Cody Riggs pushing along. Matt Kent at the back of all of this. I mentioned Matt was a pitcher in the Taiwanese Baseball League, and I wasn't kidding. I say a lot of silly things, but no, Matt Kent is genuinely a pitcher in the Taiwanese Baseball League. He, pretty good if I don't say so myself. Right now he's just staying at the back, staying cautious. 17th out of 21 drivers. This foursome right here now needs to get a move on because they themselves will be put a lap down. Jeff No in the double 5, just ahead of Dustin Painter in that double 0. Josh Garrison, he's running 21st right now. He is one lap off the pace. Colorado's Patrick Allen bringing up the bottom of the top 20. And there are the race leaders, Thomas Andrews Belleville to the inside, Aiden Norman trying to invent a fourth lane up top. Tristan Catania now looking to take the undisputed lead. He will lead that lap, and your new leader is car 48. There's the pass one more time. Tristan Catania being pushed to the front by way of Toby Estes. Look at the bump drafting there. Car number 8 under the shadow of the spoiler there. Noah Belleville getting a little loose into the corner. Belleville now looks like he's going to take the lead in car 41. Donald Ray behind him. Andrews on the inside doesn't have the help that he used to. Ryan Pinnell almost gets loose through the tri-oval. Calm is restored. 25 laps. Now 1/3 of this race run caution-free. Belleville up the inside takes the lead. Ray looking to side draft off of him. Here comes Thomas for the push. Andrews in the number 2. Ryan Pinnell behind him. Bottom line now has the speed and the momentum. Donald Ray, the pride of Rockwall, Texas, now leads the top line with Tristan Catania behind him. 4 cars, single file, inside line. 3 up top, 2 behind in a tandem. Aiden Norman rounds out the top 11 in that twosome. Jake in the chat asking if these guys have had a caution yet. Negative, Jake Baker. Caution free. 25 laps into this race. Ray to the front. He wasn't in the middle for long. Now leading that low line. Tristan Catania has a bump from his older brother, Richie, in the number 2-4 DuPont Chevrolet. 2x2, 3 rows deep. Ray leading to complete lap 25. The Drip Diecast and Collectibles track facts telling you these guys could go probably about 40 laps on 1 tank of fuel, maybe longer if I'm wrong, which I've been wrong before. 3 maximum tire changes and only 1 fast repair, so if they get caught up in the big one, that could very well be it. There goes No and Company, starting from 18th on back. Been racing here since, I think, 1 year after 11 years, I'm sorry, after the Daytona Speedway opened. We all know the story. They moved the start-finish line from where it normally is at Daytona, more closer to turn number 1 so they could sell more seats in that corner. It's worked for them. Donald Ray leading this race undisputed with Noah Belleville behind him. If you like some of the paint schemes you see here, like Toby Estes in the 8 or Richie Catania in the 2-4, get on to Drip Diecast and Collectibles on Facebook, your number 1 Facebook store for diecast and collectibles and all sorts of NASCAR memorabilia. You might find a couple of these cars on there. Who knows? See what you like. Find your favorite. Take it home with you. Get on to Drip Diecast and Collectibles on Facebook, your number 1 online store for NASCAR diecast and memorabilia. 29 laps now underway at the world-famous Talladega Superspeedway. Single file, 6 cars deep. Ryan Pinnell in the number 1-2. Dale Jr., Budweiser, Ford Fusion. Take a look at those decals. That is a Ford Fusion. Running in the 6th position. hailing from Burnt Corn, Alabama, a couple hours south of Birmingham. Ryan trying to win here again like he did in Season 4. I think he went winless in Season 5. Again, I might be wrong. And here they come, 29 laps in. Donald Ray at an insane rate of speed. Crosses that line at 79 miles an hour. Noah Belleville goes through the grass at 86. And he's lost the draft. That could cost Belleville everything. Seth Wansing, your new leader in car number 9, Jeff Noe and company, breathing a deep sigh of relief. They won't go down a lap yet. Wansing leading the way. Elridge George in the second position. John Honeybrink in the Home Depot Chevrolet sitting in third. Let's have another look at these guys coming into pit lane. That could have been scary. There's Belleville already out. It looks like he knew he was going to speed on the way into pit lane. Absolutely, coming right through. I think Donald Ray might have gone through at an insane rate of speed, too. Have a look at the Texan. Oh, he's smoking coming into the pits. We'll see if that cost him. Season 4 champion Thomas Andrews looked like he might have had some sort of difficulty on the way in. John Honeybrink is in, now getting tires, fuel, whatever else he needs. Noah Belleville makes contact with Jeff Noe, trying to get into the pits. He's driven right into Dustin Painter, who now has damage leaving pit road. Belleville now causing chaos. Seth Wansing now out of pit road as the race leader. Here comes Aiden Norman at speed with Cody Pennell behind him, and the caution comes out 31 laps into this race. And now the running order is going to be shaken up like crazy. Okay, let's go way back, and we need to start with these guys coming into the pits. That was chaos. Here's Belleville on his way into the pits. He's absolutely going to miss it. Donald Ray's now on his way in at a crazy rate of speed. Belleville will then come back into the pits. This time comes in at a rational rate of speed. And now, let's see what happened on the 41. This is the second time through. Who's going to come out ahead of him? I think it's going to be Jeff Noe. Keep your eyes on the white double 5. Belleville's going to come into the pits and right into Jeff Noe, and then he's going to turn right into Dustin Painter. That I don't know. Let's have another look on board. Keep your eye on the left-hand side. Jeff Noe's going to come out of the pits. He's got the steering wheel pinned to the left, and poor Dustin Painter, there's nothing he can do. Watch this. On board Dustin Painter. I think the caution's going to come out at some point here. Yep, the yellow lights are already on. Caution is out. So Seth Wansing leads the way in the number 9 Michelob Chevy. No, not Michelob. It's Coors this week, isn't it? Yeah, that says Coors on there. All right. Seth Wansing leads in the number 9. We're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to be back for more racing from Talladega Superspeedway. First caution, 29 laps into this race. We'll see you in 2 minutes. Back at the Talladega Superspeedway, Seth Wansing to the inside. Cody Pennell on the outside, leading 34 laps into this race. Let's see if we can get Seth's attention real quick and see if he's got a plan to win this one. Seth Wansing, Rick James up top. You got me?
I got you, Rick.
Leading this race for now. Can you make it to the end on this stretch of fueler tires?
I cannot. So gotta play the strategy just right and see how it goes from there. But got a fast Coors Light, Midwest Barbecue, 213 somewhere Chevy. Just haven't been kind of biding my time saving the fast repairs. So it should be fun. Everybody buckle up at home. It's about to get crazy.
Favorite draft partner with 40 to go?
Donald Ray or Cody Pennell.
Pull the belts tight, buddy. Hopefully we see you at the end. Good luck.
Thank you.
Wansing going to get ready to go on the inside line, the two-time A squared champ. To the inside of the part-timer. In his first rookie season, Cody Pennell coming home with 4 wins that season. He knows how to get it done. But Talladega is more than just skill. You need a little bit of luck. So let's see who's going to be lucky as the green flag is going to come out. 41 laps to go. Let's go racing. Seth Wansing in that number 9 leading the way. Cody Pennell in second. John Honeybrink rolling in that third position. Jimmy Kerr sits in fourth. He's on the top side, leading that upper line with Aiden Norman behind him. Cody Riggs on the bottom line while Patrick Allen struggles to stay off the wall. Allen was running in the top 10. Now has to, well, stay off the wall, and he doesn't manage to do that. The 45 still bouncing off the wall down the back straight. Noah Belleville got a big helping hand with that caution. Turns into Jeff Noe, then turns into Dustin Painter coming down pit road. Those two cars colliding brought out the yellow flag. How about Jimmy Kerr to the front? If he can hold it, he's drag racing with Seth Wansing to the line. Cody Riggs shooting right to the top. Jimmy Kerr continues to lead. The 2 of Thomas Andrews, the Season 4 champion, on the outside. New fastest lap. Tommy Withers in the Winn-Dixie 6 puts up 49.04 seconds. Nope, I'm wrong. That's Briley Wright. I'm not reading the scoring correct. I'm really sorry to take that thunder away from Tommy Withers. Briley Wright's got the fastest lap, 49.04 seconds. That's a new personal best. For him, for the race, Seth Wansing leads. I feel like I just crushed Tommy Withers there. I lifted him up just to crush him down. I'm the worst. Ms. Moneypenny in the chat cheering on Aiden Norman. Grandma Jeannie cheering on Noah Belleville. Wansing, Pennell, Kerr, your top 3, but they're separated by just fractions of a second. Really, those times on the left-hand side mean absolutely nothing. There's the best lap times of the race. Three by 3, 4 rows deep. Approaching 36 laps to go. One caution so far. Cody Pennell pushing Seth Wansing into the tri-oval. And watch the bump draft. They will not bump draft in the corners. These cars can't handle that kind of action. But as the laps wind down, you know some guys are just going to get a little more brave than the rest. Wansing in the 9. Kerr in the 75. Season 4 champion Thomas Andrews in the 2. And oh, by the way, defending champion, Season 5 winner, Aiden Norman in the 6-2. Possibly, just maybe, looking to clinch the title. We'll see what happens. Still an immense amount of racing to go. It has been a thrill so far. .102 will be the magic number. That's 102 points is the gap that Aiden Norman needs to clinch the championship tonight. He leads Thomas Andrews by 77 points going into this race. Aiden Norman with 6 wins this season. The TNT record is 7. He says he wants to get to 8. And he has less than 3 races to get there. 2 weeks from now, Watkins Glen, and then the final at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the new Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's going to look much like this. It's going to be interesting. These Gen 4 cars at the new Atlanta. We'll see what happens. Aiden Norman is far from safety. One wrong move here, and the championship will be decided at that new Atlanta. Seth Wansing on the inside while Jimmy Kerr waits for help from Cody Riggs, who's drafting to the inside of Toby Estes, his Bluegrass Bandits friend and de facto teammate. Here comes the third of those Bluegrass Bandits, Briley Wright, in the 2-9. Jeffrey No in the double 5. John Honeybrink liking to get some clean air maybe. Putting 2 tires on the inside. Maybe got a little loose out of the corner. Seth Wansing jiggling through the tri-oval. Aiden Norman leading by 1/100th of a second as Patrick Allen sets a personal best, 49.26. If you just tuned in, it's been a fantastic race. We're approaching 30 laps to go. None of these drivers can make it on fuel. The last lap that someone pitted was lap 32. That was Thomas Andrews and Donald Ray. They've got to save 3. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, if they made it 32 laps, then if it goes green for another 30-some laps, yeah, they're going to have to pit with about 10 laps to go. They've done it before. They can do it again. Is everybody waiting to that 10 laps to go? Or do they just throw caution to the wind as Jimmy Kerr becomes your new leader? It's a question for the drivers, definitely. Knowing that you can't make it to the end, does it matter if there's a caution? Noah Belleville. Looks like he used a fast repair. Jeff No and Dustin Painter may have done the same. They only get 1 fast repair per race. Did they use theirs too quickly? 31 laps left on the clock. Jimmy Kerr watching Cody Riggs on the top side in that throwback number 3. Try to edge him on the outside with a bumper full of Donald Ray. Riggs to the inside line, and he's the new leader in the Summertime Delight Ice Cream Chevy. And that's short-lived. Donald Ray's your new leader. Ray with Belleville behind him in that 41. And look who's sitting in the top 6. Patrick Allen in the 45 Coors Light Chevrolet. Donald Ray sitting on the outside in that number 5. Cody Riggs in the 3, up 12 places from where he started. Allen up 16 places from where he started. Toby Estes in the 8, being followed by defending champion Aiden Norman in the 62. Thomas Andrews at the back of all of this. Jeff No, Dustin Painter single file with Tommy Withers in tow. And Bahamian Elridge George in the number 40. Running in 19th. Ryan Pennell lost the draft. He's by himself. Josh Garrison, the first DNF of the race. Riggs in the number 3. He's got Kerr to help. Seth Wansing sitting 3rd in line. He led at the restart. He said he likes Cody Pennell for a drafting partner, and that's who he's got. Belleville smoking at the front of this race. Something's gone on with the 41 car. Belleville's won a race this season. He's going up in smoke. Cody Pennell saw it happening. And Belleville by his lonesome now. What happened to Noah Belleville? The engine gave up on Belleville. You see he was in the red line. Was he pushing it too hard? Did he put too much tape on the car? Belleville may be out of this race. Oh, he's in the red line all the way out of turn number 4. The engine flashing red, and just watch out the back. The smoke will pour. Noah Belleville back on the racing surface, but he will undoubtedly go a lap down. He may have used that fast repair. He comes back onto the racing surface on the top side, forcing everybody to go beneath him. Ray will make it through. Belleville now running in the 19th position, and he will have to pick up the draft at the very back of the line. Belleville now finds himself one lap off the pace with Ryan Pennell. Pennell, the first car, one lap down. He's in that lucky dog position. His cousin Cody from Good Hope, Georgia, running in 10th right now. New fastest lap. Guess who? Aiden Norman, defending champion, looking to be the first repeat champion in Thursday Night Thunder history. He's got 25 laps to manage his way to the front of this race as Donald Ray starts to snake down the back. Toby Estes behind him. Getting a little squirrely, boys. 24 to go. This time by. Donald Ray in that number 2. He's got Richie Catania to the inside. Younger brother Tristan almost getting slapped by Toby Estes in that first corner. Kerr looking to get some clean air possibly in that 7-5. Seth Wansing 4th in line. Toby Estes now up the middle. Cody Riggs behind him. Aiden Norman with the fastest lap of the race will fall 5th in line in that middle lane. Tristan Catania left dry like a towel on a hot summer day. No friends on that top line. And he's got to claw his way back. Double deuce left. 22 laps remain. And if it stays green, drivers will pit with approximately 11 laps to go. Drip Diecast and Collectibles Race Facts will tell you 30 to 40 laps on a green flag pit window. Drivers last pitting on lap 32 might find themselves, honestly, about 7 laps away from making that pit. Almost 200 miles from 75 laps of racing here. And 10 years after they built it, Buddy Baker putting in the first 200-mile-an-hour lap. I believe it may have been the first 200-mile-an-hour lap on an oval course. 200 and a half, almost. One of the greats, for sure. And if you like some of these paint schemes and you want to get them in your hands, like Tommy Withers' Winn-Dixie car, or Briley Wright's 29, get yourself onto Drip Diecast and Collectibles on Facebook. Get your hands on some of this awesome NASCAR memorabilia. That's Drip Diecast and Collectibles. Check them out on Facebook. Donald Ray has competition to the top side. The Bluegrass Bandits have linked. Jimmy Kerr has Seth Wansing behind him. Cousin Cody Pennell in the 2-8 Pennell Racing Machines Ford. 4th in line. Riley Wright, 1 win already this season at Daytona. Toby Estes winning at Rockingham. Green lap for Noah Belleville, his personal best, 49.06 seconds. Single file, 3 cars deep. Seth Wansing now to the inside. Will they pit early? Will they stretch it to the very end? Even if drivers save, they can't make it to the end. Donald Ray, Richie Catania, Jimmy Kerr, Thomas Andrews, Seth Wansing, and everybody else that you can see in this camera shot right now has a chance to win this race. You just don't know. You just don't know. And that is the magic. That is the excitement of this race. When everybody's stacked like this, anybody could win tonight. We've got 18 laps to figure it out, and there's one pit stop somewhere in the next 10 laps of racing for all of these drivers. We really should not be more than 1 or 2 laps away from green flag pit stops. Jaco says, hey, I missed it. The pride of Sumter, South Carolina, and the Thursday Night Thunder driver from the Palmetto State. We're going to his house next week. Party at Jaco's. Thursday Night Thunder will not be racing at Darlington next week. We're going to be at the Cup race. So if you want to say hi and you're going to be at the Cup race too, tweet at TN Thunder Series, tweet at Rick James, or maybe just hit up ARCS Racing on Twitter. Let us know where you're going to be. Let's meet up. Ray in the 5. Catania on the outside. 17 laps to go. $16 to go this time by. Who do you got? Drop it in the chat. Let me know who you're cheering for. Let me know who you think can take away the win from 20 other rivals. Noah Belleville, 1 lap off the pace. He's in this mix. He is also the first car 1 lap down. Briley Wright looks like he might have lost a little bit of mojo there. He's now losing the draft. He needs to get back on that. Wanting just high, or not wanting, I'm sorry, Wright just high out of the corner. Looks like he might have just lost the draft out. And Aiden Norman didn't pick him up. So Briley now coming down pit road, and here they are. Here is the procession. Catania will be the leader. Everybody else on their way. And look at Jeff No flying into the pits. And an unsafe speed. Cody Riggs misses the mark. He's pointed 90 degrees the opposite way. Jaco says he's cheering for the old man to win this race. He's got to be talking about Dustin Painter. Or Donald Ray, to be honest with you. I don't know. Let's go back to live pictures. We'll see if we can check this out here. Richie Catania leading. He is talking about Donald Ray, not Dustin Painter. Talking about Jaco there. Catania leads. Andrews in second on his way down into the pits. Don't get caught speeding. Thomas Andrews at an absurd speed. There's Richie. There's Painter. They make contact coming into pit road. 2 times down pit road. 2 wrecks for Dustin Painter. That could be his race sewn up. Matt Kent, the race leader. Briley right to the outside. They have yet to pit. Cody Pennell pushing right. Cody to the inside. Matt Kent now behind Pennell. Right, left alone. Donald Ray moving to the inside. They will all stay out. Pennell to the inside. He will overtake John Honeybrink, who's in turn number 1 with Tommy Withers behind him. There's Cousin Cody on the outside. Briley Wright with a head full of steam. Donald Ray pushing behind him. John Honeybrink has gotten away with it. John Honeybrink with Tommy Withers behind him comes out after pitting on lap 61. Aiden Norman sits in third. They will be the race leaders. Here comes Wright. They're moving faster, but they just won't have it. John Honeybrink, the Season 5 Talladega winner. We have a screenshot of Honeybrink winning this race. It is the most incredible Talladega finish you've ever seen. Aiden Norman now shoots to the outside, and with 13 to go, the Reese Bobby Dodge now's overtaken by Briley Wright, who ruins the party with a middle line full of steam. New leader, car 29. These last 3 laps have been insane. Wright on the inside, Ray to the outside. Dustin Painter, who unfortunately might be out of the running of this race. Don't want to say will because anything's possible. Aiden Norman trying to slingshot his way around the outside. Painter will catch the draft. Briley Wright leads lap 62. And 63 laps into this race, he is the new leader. John Honeybrink in the 4th position. Honeybrink did have the fastest pit time, just 7.1 seconds, filling that car worth of fuel on pit lane. You got to attack the pit lane. He did it well. And then a pit lane time of 36.25 seconds. So the Honeybrink played the numbers game. He played the numbers game, and for a brief shining moment, he was leading this race. He's still very much in it. That is some unbelievable pit strategy. Briley Wright now on the inside line. Donald Ray around him. It will be 10 laps to go next time by, and it's just getting more exciting. It is unbelievable racing so far. 1 and only one caution in these 64 laps of competition. If you've just tuned in, you missed a lot, but you're in for the best part. 10 more laps at Talladega. Riley Wright, Donald Ray, drag racing through 3. The Bluegrass Bandits running 1-2 now, with Toby Estes pushing along his fellow Greensburg native and another one of those Bluegrass Bandits, Cody Riggs. He's running in 18th, but he's also a part of this pack. Tristan Catania in this secondary pack here, pushing Ryan Pennell, who's 1 lap off the pace. Ryan trying to get up to Cody here, but it's quite a gap. If you take a look, there's Pennell leading this pack here. He's running in 20th. He's running in 20th. Dustin Painter, Cody Riggs. There's Painter by himself. There's Cody Riggs as Thomas Andrews is slow for some reason. And the Season 4 champion might have gotten kicked out of place. Let's see what happened to Tommy. He's already lost that by now, I think. No, Andrews is in 18th. Okay, he's just a lap down, getting knocked out of the way there. All right, I'm overreacting for nothing. Tommy Withers. He's sitting in the 17th position. Cody Riggs, still the lucky dog. If the caution comes out, Riggs will get his lap back as he's the first car 1 lap down. Donald Ray just went green, 49.33. Jimmy Kerr also went green, 49.36. And there they're going right there. Aiden Norman losing control, but they saved it. They saved it. Glove save from Aiden Norman in the 6-2. That was impressive. Check this out. This is into turn number 3. Aiden Norman saves his car from certain disaster, forcing the 3 wide up the middle. Cody Riggs almost comes down onto him. Riggs into Honeybrink. Everybody clenches hard. Watch this. Nope, wrong one. On board now with Cody Pennell. Everybody backs out of the throttle, and certain disaster has been avoided. Again, have a look at car 62. Watch this. Really flying with a head full of steam. And I don't know if they made contact there. One more look, lest we miss anything. And look for a gap between the 6.2 and the 2.8. Netcode. There was daylight between Aiden Norman and Cody Pennell. That was netcode. Norman really being brave. That could have gone way ugly. A lot uglier than it did. But luckily, everybody makes it through. An unbelievable save. 6 laps to go this time by. Toby Estes pushing his fellow Kentucky driver, his fellow Greensburg native. The Bluegrass Bandits, as they're known, running 1-2. Briley winning at Daytona this season. Toby in the 8 winning at Rockingham. Crazy saves all around. It's been a crazy race. 5.5 laps remain. I'm excited for the finish. I hope you're excited too. If you know anybody that likes racing, give them the link to Twitch, YouTube, even the Facebook, whatever. Tell them to get in here. They cannot miss these final 5 laps. Wright in the 2.9. Estes in the 8. Donald Ray in the 5. Top 3 uncontested. Pennell to the outside. He's looking for help from Kerr. JK3 in the 75 almost pushes Cody Pennell, who's trying to avoid Cody Riggs. 5 to go. It's always 5 to go when things start to get hairy. Jimmy Kerr the third is in the wall. He tries to save it. He does. Right, leading Estes. Riggs on the inside. He's not racing for the lead. Cody Riggs is looking to unlap himself. If the caution were to come out, Thomas Andrews would now be the lucky dog, but Riggs must be ahead of the leaders at the moment of caution. Donald Ray gets out of the throttle as Toby Estes has a moment. There's John Honeybrink, who's in the grass, courtesy of Seth Wansing, almost 4 wide down the front, and it's 4 laps to go. I can't believe that they have not crashed yet. Seth Wansing trying to make his way up the middle. This is fantastic. Donald Ray pushing Wansing up the inside. These two have literally road tripped across the United States together. Will they road trip to the front together? Briley Wright in the 2.9. He's got the 8 of Toby Estes behind him. And Cody Pennell in the 2.8. Third in line, top side. Defending champion Aiden Norman in the 6.2 is still in this. Noah Belleville on the racetrack with the leaders coming by. Will he get out of the way? They crash before then. There's Wansing, there's Riggs, Noah Belleville on the bottom line while racing traffic is coming up to him and the leaders crash. Yellow flag is out at Talladega for the second time tonight. And you can't help but think Belleville's presence in the 41 may have had something to do with this incident. Have a look. Ray also getting chummy with Seth Wansing's back end. Cody Riggs into Seth Wansing. Have a look. Let's go back a bit further here. You can see the back end of the 9 just get lifted. This is into turn 3. You see Belleville, the red car, up ahead. Wansing perhaps letting off the gas. Ray maybe didn't know that. The 41 of Belleville in the horizon while these cars come together. Have another look. With Seth Wansing. John Honeybrink getting a piece of that. Cody Riggs getting a piece of Seth. So caution number 2 comes out. Noah Belleville running in the 14th position on the lead lap will come down pit road. Briley Wright will be your race leader. We will have a green-white checkered finish to the end. Fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to take one more 2-minute break, and we're going to have the final 2 laps of racing for you, maybe even more. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in 2.
I got you, buddy. I'm doing good. You? I played it smart this whole race, and hopefully this restart goes the way I plan it to. And these last laps of these things are always unpredictable, so we'll just see what happens, and hopefully I'm the first car across that checkered flag on the final lap.
Who's going to be your best drafting partner all the way to the end?
Man, that 8 car to the side of me, I hope I can time this restart right, and I think if I can get in front of him and he sticks with me, might be able to put this 2-9 in victory lane.
Pull the belts tight, buddy. Hopefully we talk to you at the end. Good luck.
Alrighty, thank you.
Just over 5.25 miles to settle it. Briley Wright, Toby Estes, side by side. They live just a couple miles from each other. Probably see each other's houses if they stood on the roofs of it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Green-white checkered at Talladega. Briley and Toby on the front row. Defending champion Aiden Norman starting in the 7th position. We've got 14 cars on the lead lap all the way back to Seth Wansing. That includes Noah Belleville in the 41. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. If they make it to the white flag, it's a race no matter what. Briley Wright leads on the inside. The driver from Taiwan, Matthew Kent, the pitcher in the Taiwanese Baseball League. Look at him, second in line on the outside. Donald Ray behind him. White flag is out this time by. Briley Wright leading. Cody Pennell behind him. Jimmy Kerr the third, sitting third in line. 2.67 miles to go. Wright led that lap by 2/100ths of a second. Round 14 of Thursday Night Thunder has been unbelievable. The best round of the season, and it's what we're used to seeing at Talladega. Only 2 cautions in this race. The highest standard of Gen 4 racing is here. Thursday Night Thunder, and it will come down to the wire. Briley Wright on the outside from Greensburg, Kentucky, who goes around and he's gotten into Estes. Jimmy Kerr leads the way. Noah Belleville now leads, he gets turned. Cody Pennell on the inside will make it. No one gets to the 2-8, and the pride of Good Hope, Georgia comes to the line. Cody Pennell wins round 14 at Talladega. To quote the great Darrell Waltrip, say it with me. Have you ever? That right there. That, if there was ever one lap of racing that just described Talladega perfectly, that is it. Cody Pennell with the win. The Pennell Machine Shop Ford wins at Talladega. Round 14 goes to him. Tell everybody in Dawsonville to put up to put the car battery to that siren. Good Hope, Georgia's Cody Pennell has won this race. He's going to burn the house down, as he should. That was some finish. Good on Cody for winning that one. We're going to go back and check this last lap out. This race has been nothing but thrilling. Shout out Cody Pennell. Great win. Cody Pennell gets the checkered flag. He wins this one. Let's take a look at that last lap. That was insane. White flag is out. Cody Pennell takes the last lap behind Briley Wright. And I think the 31 of Kent might have made contact with the back end of Briley. I'm sorry, not Briley. The 8 of Toby Estes. Unofficially, Toby will finish 12th in tonight's race. Kent in the 31 looks like he will make contact. Look, Cody Pennell did get caught up. Tommy Withers end over end in that one. Run this back. That was too much. Okay, looks like this is coming to the white flag here. Let's see if we can get a better look. Check out Tommy Withers here. He's in that number 6 Winn-Dixie car. Almost made it through. Let's go on board with the 6. That was pretty cool. Let's go on board with the 6. Honeybrink in the 20 will almost make it through. Have a look with Toby Estes. There's the contact. Estes goes around. Wright gets a big piece of that. At one point, you thought Jimmy Kerr was going to make it. Then Noah Belleville might have made it, but he got caught up in this. Check out the 41. Belleville lost control, overcorrects. Aiden Norman almost made it. Cody Pennell makes it through. Car 28 will survive that last lap crash to win at Talladega. Fans at home, don't go anywhere. We're going to have top 3 in the booth. We're going to have Cody Pennell, Elridge George, and Matt Kent. We're going to get that podium together and talk about the end of this one. We'll see you in a bit. On the podium now with our top 3, starting with the pitcher in the Taiwanese Baseball League, Matt Kent, finishing 3rd in that 3-1 Oreo Chevrolet. Matt, was 3rd ever on your mind when you took the green flag tonight?
Yeah, I kind of had the idea of like just hang back and let the early runs play out. I knew if I could just stay with the pack through the pit cycles, you'd have the opportunity. And coming off pit road after the second green flag pit stops, I knew I was like, okay, I'm up here now. Now I can battle it out and see where the runs are coming. Early in the race, it was just about keeping the tires going the right way and keeping all the fenders on it.
And here you are with a 3rd place finish. That was pretty cool. 2 weeks from now, we're going to be at Watkins Glen. Will we see you there?
I'm going to attempt to be there. It's all about the schedule as to what comes out for me. So obviously it's 10 o'clock in the morning for me over in Taiwan. So all depends on the schedule.
All right, buddy. Hopefully we see you in 2 weeks. Congratulations on your bronze medal.
Thank you.
One driver in Taiwan. How about another driver in the Bahamas? Elrich George, the Clearwater Assassin, as he's known around the Discord, from Nassau. How about you, buddy? Silver medal tonight. Where did that come from? Was that a possibility for you when you started?
Man, Rick, I was thinking in the back of my mind about Daytona, the last plate race we had, where we had the big wreck, and I got a third out of it, and I was thinking maybe I could have got a position or two better there. So when that last caution came out, I said, I'm just gonna throw caution to the wind and just try and go for it. When I saw those guys going into that final turn, saw a few cars spin, I just kept it on the bottom and stuck it in the gas, man, and got away with a P2 there. I was hoping to try and get to Cody, but he was too far out there. But still happy for second. Congrats to Cody on the win. Congrats to Matt on the third place, and we'll move on from this.
We'll see you in 2 weeks at the Glen L. Congratulations on second.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
On the Drip Diecast and Collectibles top step on the podium, the pride of Good Hope, Georgia, one Cody Pennell will come home with a gold medal tonight. Cody, where did that one come from, man? Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you, Rick. I'm still trying to figure that out, honestly. I had made my mind up taking the white flag that I was content to push Bradley to the win because it was both lines were so even. If you weren't in the front of the line, it was really hard to make a move. So I was going to push him, and then coming off of turn 3 or 4, I just saw Toby come down across my nose and get in Bradley's right rear, and I thought I was going to wreck. I was drifting like halfway through 3 and 4 on the apron. Got it straightened back out, and they kind of ran all over each other up top, thankfully, or else I wouldn't have had enough momentum to get the win. But yeah, pretty happy with that. First race in TNT this season and come away with a win.
And now 2 weeks, if we see you at Watkins Glen, you might go for 2 wins in a row. Thrilling race, man. Congratulations on that W.
Yeah, thank you, Rick. I got to give a shout out to everybody that puts this on. You for doing the broadcast, Tommy, and everybody that runs TNT each week. And huge shout out to Boss for being on the podium tonight. That's huge for him, and Matt Ken also. So appreciate everybody watching.
Thanks, Cody. Congratulations again. Fans at home, that will do it. How about that for a race? Thursday Night Thunder is pretty fantastic when stuff like this comes together. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. ENEA will be Monday night right here on Rick James TV. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other. And if you're going to be in Darlington, not this Sunday, but obviously the Sunday that the Cup Series is going to be there, maybe we will see you. But for everybody else, we